Okay, friends, welcome to our first pep rally. I am so excited that everyone is here. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule. I know we're a couple minutes late tonight, but we're excited and people just kept pouring in. So we're excited to get this rolling, get this thing kicked off. I hope that you guys are as excited for this incentive as we are. Honestly, over the last, gosh, almost 15 years, there have been a lot of incentives, but I am really crazy excited for this one. So I hope that you are too. So we are going to break some stuff down, give you guys some information, give you guys some love, give you guys some tough love, give you guys some inspiration, and hopefully you leave here tonight feeling encouraged, feeling that you got a kick in the butt, and feeling ready to earn this thing. So thank you for showing up, not for us, but showing up for you and showing up for your incentive and showing up for your business. We appreciate you. So pep rally, first of all, we called it a pep rally because this is about you guys. It's about you guys doing what you know you can and shouting out each other. So if you have friends in the group or friends that are here, or even yourself that you feel like deserves a shout out tonight, drop that in the chat and shout each other out, shout yourself out. What have you accomplished that maybe you have not accomplished yet? What have you accomplished that you didn't think you could? What did someone in your group accomplish that you're impressed with? I can't wait to hear all of those, and we are going to probably pour over those at the end. And as we move into the next couple months, we are going to continue to do those. So make sure to dump those in there.
All right, we are so excited to have you guys with us. You guys, you chose to be in this Laulima group. You made the decision for your business that you wanted a set of luggage or you wanted to go on a trip with Sensi. So right now, you should give yourself a pat on the back because you guys, like 500 consultants out of thousands, we invited thousands to be in this group and to be part of this. And 500 of you, some odd 500, said, yeah, I want to do this. I want to challenge myself to do this. So we just want to welcome you. We hope that you find this group, the people that are in here, we hope that you find each other motivating and encouraging each other. We hope that you find new ideas that will just spur you on for the next 6 months and encourage you to whatever level it is that you choose that you want to work towards. We hope that this group and the things that we have planned for the next 6 months are going to set your business up for success, that at the end of the 6 months, you're like, I did it, yay, and we can have a big celebration at the end. So I just wanted to welcome you guys. This is a collaboration of, I don't know how many are there of us, like 12 or so superstar directors that we've come together and we said, you guys, like, we love collabing. We have seen collabing change our lives. And so we want to incorporate that into your business. And that's really what this group in this program is all about. It's working together. We strongly believe that we are better together. And so we hope that you find that in this group. So welcome.
Thanks, Hannah. I guess as we welcome, just shouting out our leaders that put this together. You guys, we were honestly on Zooms, probably a collective 12 hours and longer through chat to put everything together. So we're so excited that we have poured in that much to you guys into this. So I want to go over the purpose, and I am realizing that I'm seeing some messages that it's not letting more people in. So my Zoom capacity should be higher than 100. I'm not sure what's going on. If you have friends trying to get in, please encourage them that it's recorded. I don't know what's happening right now, but we're going to roll with it. So if they didn't get in right away, it will be recorded and we will post as soon as we can afterwards. So that being said, what is the purpose of the group? First of all, these pep rallies to get you encouraged, to get you showing up. Second of all, you saw already that you have level or rank chats. Now, I know that big group chats are not the place for some of us. Some of us look at those and we're like, whoa, take a step back. But some of us love giant groups and sharing and collectively collabing in those larger settings. So that's what those are for. If you don't like it, step out. You don't have to be in there. It's definitely a choice. If you love it, be a part of it, link arms with people and run with it. You all know that as you filled out your form, that you are going to be divided into smaller groups. The smaller groups, I believe, are going to be under 10. So you're going to have a group of like-minded, same rank, people that are in the very, very same spot that you're in that you can run with together. And that's a powerful, powerful thing. Just like Hannah said, the group of us have been collabing together for, gosh, a couple years now, I think, and it's been such a powerful thing for all of us. So grab hold of that group. There may be a bunch of different personalities in there. There may be different skill sets, but you will learn if you stick with it. Those are the things that will make it great. We will also have, if you haven't noticed already, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we will have live speakers. Now, first of all, who are these people? These speakers, rock stars, are people that the leaders, the people that put the group together, saw something special in. People that have learned top level trips, that have earned incentives, that have gone above and beyond, that have done the things that we've seen no one else do. These people are very, very valuable. I would rather listen to them speak than speak myself, because they're going to add a ton of value because they have done exactly what you want to do. So lean into those. They're going to be lives. So if you can't catch them when they're live, we kind of told them to just go on whenever works for their schedule. So they're not scheduled at a certain time on those days. So if you hop on during the week when you can, go back and listen to those. There's going to be some amazing tips, some amazing ideas. They're going to speak to where their power is. And I can tell you, they are powerful. They are powerhouses in their niche. So make sure that you link in and listen to those, because they're going to be some really, really great lives. So 3 of those every single week. What else? After this call tonight, which usually will happen on the first of the month, you're going to see some goal graphics. The goal graphics are simply for you to break down and use as a challenge, if you like, where you need to be. It's kind of like a checkup with the incentive to see, okay, if I'm going to learn this level, this is the fit or the puzzle piece that works with my life and my business, and I can lean into these numbers. If you're a numbers person, those goal graphics are really, really well made. There was a lot of time spent on those. So if that's your thing, be sure and check those out. We're going to be dropping those tonight after the call. As far as self-checks go and planning and numbers, Hannah's going to explain some other stuff as far as planning that I think is also of huge value.
Yeah, so we dropped in the group earlier this action plan worksheet, and I hope that you guys were able to print that off and to find that in there. I'm a teacher at heart, and so I always go into any like lesson, any Zoom, anything, whatever, with a game plan, right? Like you need to know where you're going and how you're going to get there. Usually don't just say, hey, we're going to go to Florida and just hop in the car and drive, right? Like you have to have a map. And so with this incentive trip, with the earning the luggage, you have to have a map. And that's exactly what this sheet is. And that's what action planning is. You need to break it down. We can look and we could say, hey, I'm going to earn level 3. And we can look and see 60,000 points. And how many of you does your heart start to palpitate? 60,000 points. We call those puke goals. If you've ever read F Leadership, the book, he calls them puke goals. They're goals that literally make you sick to your stomach because they're going to stretch you and they're going to push you beyond your boundaries. And so when we look at this and we say, okay, well, I need 60,000 points. Well, you need to map that out. How are you going to get that? And I know this might be common sense to some of you, but it has really helped me. I've been in Scentsy for 13 years, and I've done action planning at least 13 of those years for all the incentive trips, because I need to know what my goals are each month. And so if we look and we break down 60,000 points, well, we can break that down by months, right? There's 6 months. Okay, that's 10,000 points. Okay, how each month am I going to earn 10,000 points? What am I going to do? Am I going to be selling 10,000 in PRV? Am I going to be selling 2,000 and getting 2 new recruits? And that is what action planning is. And so this document, and it's created by Vicki Schaefer, super amazing, breaks that down for you. It color codes it, and this is what you need to spend time with, and find somebody, if that's one of your superstar directors, if it's your sponsor, your director, whatever it is, sit down and say, okay, here's my goals. Here's how much PRV I'm going to have each month. Here's who I want to recruit, and here's how I'm going to promote and get my points. Because then at the end, you add it all up. And let's say you are shooting for level 2, those 33,000 points, and you add that all up and you come to 25,000 points. Well, you're a couple thousand points shy. So you got to talk about, where are you going to make that up? How am I going to find those 1,000 points, and where are you going to do it? And so that's what action planning is. And something that has really helped many of my consultants, and I'm going to throw these files too in our group, really planning out step by step, is these breaking down your GWV by day. So we do this. Shelly Sharp is super amazing at sale a day too, breaking your PRV down by each day. So if you want to sell $2,000 in the month, how much do you have to sell a day? Break it down. We don't need to look at the whole staircase and say, okay, well, we've got to jump from 0 PRV to 2,000 in one day. You have every single day of that month to be working your business. So how can you break it down? Where are the LTOs fitting in? Where are your parties going to be fitting in? How much are your fundraisers going to be pulling in for these PRV, these points? So take the time, action plan. I literally, I love, love, love action planning. It's one of my favorite things to do. Then at the end of every month, go back and say, how did I do? Did I stay to my goals? If not, then reevaluate, pivot, right? How many of us love pivot? Pivot and readjust your points. Stay on track. Sometimes, I always like to think, like, when we're driving down to Florida, there may be detours. There may be stops that take longer than we anticipated. It's not in how fast we get there, it's that we get there. You've got 6 months. I can remember earning points where it's like within 4 months, I had hit my goal. I can remember January 30th or whatever, 31st, being like, I need that last 200 points. Let's do this. Right. So as long as you are readjusting and pivoting, and have an action plan, and you're working that out every single day, focusing on that, that's what you need to be doing. And that's what will earn you this trip. So action plan, I'll throw all of those files into our group too, as well.
That's awesome. And I know, I mean, over the years, no matter how long you've been a Scentsy consultant, if you've ever set any kind of goal, like, we've learned how to pivot, right, Hannah? like, because life happens. And that's something I want to speak to. Like, every single person in this group has something going on right now. What's going on in my head is that not everyone can get on, and I screwed up this Zoom somehow. So, but I mean, this is what it is. So what are we going to do? We're going to move forward. There's no way for us to share live right now. There is a recording. Luckily, I remembered to hit the recording button. So, I mean, that's the pivot right in this moment. So, and I'm actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, it's probably that my card had expired and I didn't realize, like, because I got a new card on my, anyways. So I digress. So, but stuff happens, and that's the point, right? That I'm not going to be like, you know what, we can't do this group because I screwed up the Zoom. Like, we're just going to move forward, and the first 100 that got on win. Yay. The rest of everyone has to watch it afterwards. And for that, I apologize. But next month, everyone will be able to get on, right? So we just continue to move forward, and that's the way it goes. I wanted to ask you guys if you've ever surprised yourself when it comes to something you decided to do, something, even whether it has to do with Scentsy or just life. And it's so funny. I have a funny story to share, because I was out front, and I had 2 boxers, and one of them recently passed away. So the other one is still kind of sad, and she's kind of finding herself. So every single time I go outside, I take her with me, even though she's on a leash. Like, she goes with me when she waters the flowers and this, that. And so my other dog was like, he's the lead guy. Like, he was the barker. Like, he says when something's out the window. If you have 2 dogs, like, the instigator, right? Like, the one that barks first, and then the other one's like, what's going on? And so she was the one that always followed. And so we were out front the other day, and this really is going somewhere, I promise you guys. So we're like, someone's walking by, or she hears something, and all of a sudden she lets out this giant bark, and she like gets taken aback. She scares herself, when she barks, because all of a sudden she's taking control of a situation that she's never taken control of before. And she all of a sudden, it was almost like she got embarrassed and she starts wagging her tail and kind of freaking out. And I thought it was so funny. And it made me think about how many times in life we take the back seat to something that we never take control. And then hopefully you've had a time in your life where all of a sudden you bark or you let something out and you're like, was that me? Like, did I do that? Wait a minute, maybe I'm the one that can bark first. Maybe I'm the one that can step first. Maybe I'm the one that can cross the stage next year. Maybe I'm the one that can go to Hawaii and not just watch people that I know do it. So if you haven't stepped before, and even if you have, make sure that you're aware that you can, that you're still capable, that watching everyone hasn't become what you do. Because as far as incentives go, we know there are people that earn them every single year. I am not that person. I have not earned every single incentive that I started, but I'm still okay teaming up with a group of women who have. That's okay with me because they inspire me. So never ever look around at the people you're rubbing shoulders with and say, they're better than me. Because you know what I do? I look around and say, okay, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to soak it all up because this is where I learn. This is where I learn to bark. And this is where I learn to surprise myself, right? So make sure that if you haven't surprised yourself lately, make sure that you're willing to do that. Make sure that you're willing to step forward like you have already in choosing this group and say, I'm capable of this. Because if you don't believe in yourself, we can't convince you to earn it. Your leader can't convince you to earn this trip. We can't convince you to sell. We can't convince you to run out and tell people to book a party. We can't do it for you. That's the great part and the hard part of running this business by yourself. But that's also the most powerful part because you get to decide if you earn. Nobody else. There's going to be people that earn that have no one to watch their kids, that have another job, that have illness, that have stressors, that have parents to take care of, kids to take care of, special needs families, hurt families, broke families, rich families, people with no car, people with no job, people with all the things, and people with none of the things. No matter what's going on in your life, you're going to be able to find someone within these 500 people or somewhere in Cincy that can do what you want to do. There's someone who's gone before. So rub shoulders with these people, link arms with these people, grab hands with these people, and be better together because that's what this group is about. Yes, it's about sharing. Yes, it's about taking tips. Yes, it's about learning. Yes, it's about growing. But most of all, it's about accountability and believing in each other and believing in ourselves and knowing that we can. Because if you can do that, if you can step out and scare yourself, that's when you succeed. So I'll leave you with this and then I'll turn it to Hannah for anything she wants to add. What if this was the time? What if this was the time that you did more than you ever thought you could do? What if this was the time that you didn't give up? What if this was the time that you looked at the points and you didn't say, I can't do that. That's too many points. I'll never be able to do that. What if you said, I'm just like her and she can do it, so I can too? What if instead of seeing other people earn and saying, I can't, what if you see other people earn and work hard and do what they're doing because you're just as capable as they are, no matter what's going on in your life? What if you said, my excuses are now my reason? That's when you'll earn this trip. So I know we have a ton in the chat. Hannah, do you have anything else you want to add before I stop the recording?
Yeah, no, those shout outs that they were doing beforehand, I saw tons and tons of you guys that already have reinstatements. I saw some that have recruits shouting out Chris for reinstatements, Sarah for reinstatements.
Woohoo!
Michelle has 4 reinstatements already. Jamie has some pending enrollments
Oh my
and
gosh.
some reinstatements, new consultants. Like you, it was phenomenal. I was
So
just
good.
looking back. Yeah, amazing.
So good. So congratulations to everyone who's working already. Like we see you and we want to hear about it. We want to congratulate you. We see you. So get ready for your small groups coming this week. Go back and watch those lives if you haven't already. There's so much value there, you guys. Ask all the questions. Assure your friends that we're sharing the recording and that next time there will be more capacity. And thank you so, so much for spending this. Oh, we kept it under 30 minutes. We should like high five ourselves. This 30 minutes with us. If you guys need anything, we're here. Reach out to your leaders, reach out to your team members and your brand new friends here. I can't wait to see like the most epic percentage of earners that we've ever seen. And I mean, can you imagine Hannah, like in month 6, like shouting out the people that have earned? Because that's where the pep rally is going to go, right?
Right.
It's going to be amazing.
So in the chat, if you guys, before we leave, will you throw up your goals for us for this month? We are, like Aspen said, we're going to put just some goals maybe that you want to look towards, graphics in the group this week. But what are your goals? What's your PRV goal? What's your recruiting goal? What's your party goal? That's a big one. We need to start partying it up, right? So throw those in the chat, so we can see, because we want to encourage you guys to be reaching for those. And like I said, breaking down those steps. Some of you got some big goals, some big PRV goals. Tomorrow's going to be a great day, friends.
Absolutely. I did see someone ask real quick, where are the lives that I'm talking about? Those are on the main Laulima page. So they won't be in any of the chats. They're just going to be on the main page. And there's not a ton of stuff on that main page because we've kept everything really specific to commenting. So, I mean, right now there are only 3 of them, so they shouldn't be too hard to find. I didn't
I
see
love
any other questions. Did you?
These are some amazing goals in the chat. Amazing. I love it.
Yep. Great goals. I see fundraisers, huge PRV numbers. I see you guys stepping. It's good stuff.
Yep. All right. So as we close tonight, we just want to thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight. You were the lucky 100 that got
You win.
You will, yay! We'll make sure it doesn't happen next month, but you know what? That's what happens when you get Aspen and Hannah with your first month. We just go with the flow. So you guys have a great rest of your week. Make sure you're checking out the lives this week. Tag each other, share with us anything that's working in your business. Use those chats and have fun in your small squads too as well. So have a great rest of the night, guys. Thanks for spending it with us, and we'll see you later.
Thank you so much, you guys. Great goals. We see you.